Vanderbilt Court is now in session. Judge, this is the case of the Johnsons.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Mrs. or Miss Johnson?
Soon to be Miss.
Sir, I was talking to her. Soon to be Miss?
Yes.
Mrs. Johnson?
Yes.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, I did. The child is now 18. I would like to be relieved of the child support payments.
Continue.
Because I've fulfilled my obligations in the amicable split that we had. So since the child is 18, I would like to be relieved of child support payments.
Okay. So, sir, how do you feel about that?
Ma'am, I don't know what kind of Afrocentrickery she's trying to run up in here, but it costs money to raise a child. I understand he's 18, but he's handicapped. He's special.
Okay, so now we're getting to the meat of it, because that's not what she just presented to me.
Well, she's
just
acting
presented
special right now because she don't want to
Well,
pay this
sir,
money.
let's not do name calling. That's not nice.
I didn't call her no names, ma'am. I'm just saying she's acting special. All I know is this: it costs money to take care of this child. I don't have it.
When you say he's special, what type of disability does
He has
he
a
have?
mental disability, ma'am.
Okay. What type of medical bills does he have?
Currently, my bills are running about $1,800 a month. I have a garage. Obviously, by my dress and appearance today, I'm a simple man, but I make a clean living and do what I have to do. But
all right, guys, today we're diving into a case that starts with a bold ask and quickly unravels. Ms. Johnson comes to court asking to end child support now that her son is 18. Seems simple, right? But the father immediately cuts through the script, revealing the child is disabled and requires constant care. Rehab, therapy, and vocational help aren't just buzzwords here. They're real, ongoing needs. And Ms. Johnson, she left all of that out. You can see the judge's eyebrows raise. What was pitched as a routine financial break now looks like an escape attempt. This is where the courtroom starts flipping its energy fast.
I can only fix so many cars a day and have to put on helmets and change stuff. I don't have the time.
Okay, what type of medical expenses does the child have on a monthly basis?
He has rehabilitation.
Okay.
He also has some vocational training skills to help him. We're trying to get him out there on his own a little bit.
Okay.
And he also has a speech therapist that comes in once a week also to help him out.
Okay. And other than that, is he does he have any other disabilities or anything?
Not really, other than, her not being around ever.
Okay.
That's the only disability that's really got it messed up.
How much is rehab a month?
Rehab a month is $400, man.
$400. Okay. Does he go to a special type of school?
No, actually, the state sends someone to him at the residence because it's actually become more of a hindrance to get him somewhere than it is to actually take care of him at the home.
Okay. And you want to be removed from child support, and you hear about all of the care that it takes to take care of your adult child who's disabled, well, has special needs?
Your Honor,
make this good.
I'm going to make this good. Due to the fact that I have been around, I do contribute, I am there. My job takes me all over the world. Not only do I'm an educator, but I also have another son as well too, who is 16. I'm in both of their lives. So therefore, I need a little reprieve because there are certain things that I need to do with cash. Certain investments I want to make.
When I speak, you stop talking, okay?
Sure.
You're doing a whole lot of talking and you're not saying anything, okay?
Buckle up, because this is where the father turns calm frustration into cold facts. He outlines everything. $1,800 a month in care, from speech therapy to in-home specialists. And all while managing a garage, working long hours just to keep his son functioning day to day. Then comes Ms. Johnson's rebuttal. She claims to contribute, but needs a reprieve. The judge isn't impressed. Her patience thins fast, and Ms. Johnson's vague talking points aren't helping. You can feel the shift. The court's no longer neutral. Sympathy is moving in one direction, and the judge makes it clear. This isn't about convenience, it's about responsibility.
Your child has needs that this man pays for. Rehab alone is $400 a month. Is this an expense that a doctor has told you that's going to be ongoing in the future?
Me, ma'am?
Yes, you, sir.
Oh, sure. Yes, ma'am. It's still gonna go on. I mean, as far as, she's just worried about her needs.
What about
the people in hell need ice water?
What about the caretaker coming out to the home? Is that going to be something that's ongoing as well?
No, ma'am. That's going to end here actually in about 2 years here. It's gonna
2
end.
years.
Yes,
2
ma'am.
years?
Yes,
and
ma'am.
you are asking me to stop paying child support today? You know what, ma'am? According to the paperwork that you provided, your child support is based on your annual income of $30,000 a year, right?
That is correct.
How much are you making now?
Probably a little more over 10,000
Okay.
over that.
You know what? Let me ask him, because I don't think some of the information you're giving me is very truthful. Sir, how much
ma'am.
money does she make a year that you know of?
When we first did the situation, she was making $30,000 a year. Now,
Okay.
by the way we dress today, obviously one of us didn't come up. So I think somebody might need to talk to somebody or count some beans or something, because I know somebody making a little money ain't me. I had this garage by myself for 35 years.
But the child lives with you, correct?
Right. I
Ma'am?
have to keep my other garage.
Ma'am, how much money do you make a year, truthfully?
Truthfully, about 42,000.
You make
But
40.
see, he negates to say.
No,
Okay.
no, ma'am. You made more money, and you tried to. First of all, I feel offended that you came into my courtroom and tried to downplay what the situation was, what it was in the first place. You made it appear as though this child turned 18 and your child support should naturally terminate. That's not what's going on. Your child has special needs that this man has been paying for, and you have gotten a $12,000 raise, in a sense, of salary.
Period of time.
And excuse me?
Now we hit the exposure moment. Ms. Johnson claims she earns $30,000 until the judge digs deeper and reveals it's more like $42,000. And just like that, credibility goes out the window. The judge doesn't hold back, calling her out for misrepresenting the situation and making it seem like support should end automatically. Meanwhile, the father stays composed, backing his statements with consistency and real data. It's a brutal contrast. She came in hoping to walk away, but now it's clear. She missold the court, and the judge is about to hand down a reality check she wasn't prepared for.
See, that's the reason I got
Even
rid of
over
her
a
in the
period of
first place.
time. Today, you make more money. You make more money, and you just heard this man testify that a medical doctor told him that it's going to stop, the care coming to his home is going to end in 2 years.
2 years.
2 years, right? That is a long time.
Allow me a 2-year reprieve so I can do some things that I need to do.
Ma'am,
I don't have a problem continuing on taking care of my child.
The only reprieve you're going to receive here today is to start your child support obligation on a monthly basis to this man, okay? That's where we're going to do.
Is it continued?
Ma'am.
Because I've been doing.
Oh, yeah, it's going to go up.
Excuse
It's
me,
definitely going to go up. Yes, sir.
Apparently, denial isn't just in Africa; it's here today.
Look, listen, sir. Listen. Your little innuendos, those are cute, but let's leave them somewhere else. They're not
Yes,
going to
ma'am.
take place in here, okay? They're not going to take place here. And ma'am, your outburst, please. I'm not impressed.
I'm not impressed either.
You shouldn't be. You should not be impressed. You came into this courtroom and tried to misrepresent, and you just simply don't want to take care of your child. That is ridiculous. Ma'am, so you said you make $42,000 a year. According to my calculation, that's about $3,500 for gross a month. That puts your net resources at $2,948.13. Who carries the health insurance on the child?
That would be me, ma'am.
Both.
Well, the adult child, excuse me. You carry health insurance, and what were you getting ready to say, ma'am?
Both of us.
So the child is equally covered. Okay, great.
Yes, that is correct.
And I heard you say that you had a 16-year-old.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to base your child support. You get credit for the child that you already have. So your child support is going to be set at $471.08 per month.
Say that again.
$471.70 per month.
Here's where the ruling drops. The judge calculates child support based on the real income and applies credits for the younger child, landing at $471.70 a month. Ms. Johnson doesn't say much, probably because she knows it could have been worse. But then the father speaks up, hoping to adjust the amount based on another son potentially needing care. The judge shuts that down fast, not without diagnosis and proof. No one's playing favorites here. The court's being firm, balanced, and procedural. It's a clean resolution with no loopholes. And the only reprieve here is that the truth came out before things got messier.
Understood?
That's clear.
Okay. Is there anything further?
Well, I was hoping, ma'am, if I could get a little boost in that, because the youngest son, he currently is being tested as well for some problems that he may be having.
Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
this is not the platform for you to be asking for an increase, and you just heard what this woman makes, and you heard me do the calculation based on what it is that she makes.
Well, I just was asking, ma'am.
No, sir. That's not how these things are done.
I mean,
You cannot get an increase from what she's making. What she makes is what she makes. Child support is based on the calculation. It's that simple. Now, if you want to do something later and file something in court once it's been diagnosed, what your other child may have, then you can do that. But until then, is there anything further?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, you all may be dismissed.
And you want a clown.
We ain't together now.
This final section brings the legal clarity. Judge Vonda B steps away from the bench to explain it clearly. Child support doesn't always end at 18 in Texas. When a child has special needs, ongoing support can legally continue. And in this case, the evidence was strong. Real expenses, doctor recommendations, and long-term care. The mother's income increase only made the ruling more obvious. This wasn't just a courtroom lesson, it was a life reminder. Parents don't get to step out when the timeline hits 18. If a child still needs help, the law doesn't blink. It protects them, and rightfully so.